Alrighty, guys. How's everyone doing? Kind of mad. I still can't figure out how to fix the the chat showing up in the OBS for some reason. I don't know why. Like, out of nowhere, it just broke. So we're just out of luck. Hold on. Let me try one more thing. Let me see if that might help us out. Nah, that doesn't do anything. Okay, so much for that. Alright. So, Resolute Mindset in the chat saying, regret getting Volk, Pent, Young Kata, and all those useless fucks in the older Hall of Forms. Yeah. I mean, how could we have known, right? We had no idea they were going to give us, like, damn near one of the best units in the game, one of the best player phasers right now as a Forma Soul. So let's go ahead and hop in. We're going to go ahead and, of course, build up this dude. Saint King Alm, really good remix on him, so would be nice to get him with some awesome skills. We also have the Bunny Delphia, Mrs. 2-Page. We got Valentian Pala, who's really good. This is still a really competitive unit for Summoner Duels. And then we have Luthier, who is our Demote character. Pretty easy to merge up, so if we ever got a good green arcane tome, I could see him being a solid merge project, but until we even know what the green tome ends up doing, we just can't really gamble on this guy. For all we know, the green tome could be, like, really built for slow units. Like, you get guaranteed follow-ups, you negate the enemy follow-ups, you get all stats up 5 and, like, recovery or something. This dude doesn't really want stuff like that, so would be a little unfortunate. All right, Mr. Joestar. Woo, doing great. How about you? Doing pretty good, Joestar. Texas Gaming says only missing Hexblade. Yeah, Hexblade would be really good on him as well, if you can get it. I would say Hexblade and Attack and Speed Finish are the go-to choices here. All right, oh, I forgot to turn the animations on. Let's go ahead and make sure we do that. Also, let me know in the chat, guys, how your builds have been going if you're building up one of these units. I'm sure most people are building Alm or Pala, but would like to see what skills you've managed to find so far. And also, if you're building Delphia and Luthier, also let me know. All right, yeah, we're just going to solo this with Alm. Let's just give him all the KOs. No reason not to. Texas Gaming, what's up, man? Howdy, partner. We got a Texan in the house. Sending energy to get the ultimate Alm. Well, thank you very much, Texas. Nils Frazier. Legendary Alm with speed preempt has been pretty fun. Oh, yeah, that's another good thing to give him, right? Because he nullifies DR on his Lunar Flash, too. So him with, like, speed preempt, that'd be pretty nasty. And then you give him Times Pulse 4 so he can just keep looping it over and over. Yeah, there's definitely some good stuff you can get for this Alm. So it's very nice that we were able to get him as a Forma here. Kirby M. Master says, I wonder how good Ascended Alm will be if he happens. Ascended Alm, huh? Well, we did get Ascended Celica, so Alm is a possibility. Also, guys, let me know if the music is a little too loud or a little too low. For some reason, I wasn't able to, like, properly balance the audio from this game, so I'm not too sure if we need to lower the volume or raise it or what. All right, let's take a look here. What do we got? Okay, already Lunar Flash 2 out the gates. Pretty good. We got also Seal Speed 4. Pretty cool. Huh, what do we want here? There's some pretty good stuff. Am I ever going to give this guy a different special than Lunar Flash 2? So, how would this guy work with, like, Deadeye? Or not, maybe not Deadeye. Let's say, what would we give him? Ruptured Sky? Or what's another good special? I feel like Ruptured Sky is probably the only thing you would want to give this guy. Or maybe Vital Astra. Oh, actually, Vital Astra wouldn't be too terrible on him, I think. Hold on. Okay, let's go ahead and go for Seal Speed 4 for now, I guess. Even though we don't really need it right now, but we'll just pick that up. Ari says, hi, Tacho. I finished playing on the Golden Deer route. Oh. We got a late 3 houses player there. Sup, Ari? How's it going? Yeah, I tried my best to do another route in 3 houses, but it's just way too boring doing the academy all over again. They really should have let you skip the academy in New Game Plus, or at least given you the option to. Like, just start immediately at the turning point where you get to really enter the time skip and start seeing the differences in the routes. Dance Demon says Rupture, Deadeye, and Blue Flame. Zach Orletsky says Vital Astra is melee only. Okay, good point. Totally forgot about that, so I guess that's not going to happen here. Actually would have been pretty sick on him, though, because one of my big issues with this Alm is that he lacks defense. So, like, if you have any of these player phase units that can really tank well, then it starts getting to be a problem. So that would have been dirty if he could get, like, DR from that. Kirby Master says, did Engage get New Game Plus? I don't believe it did. That was one of everyone's biggest complaints about it. I feel like if Engage had New Game Plus, that would have been a pretty good way to extend the lifespan a little. Because then it would have incentivized us to want to build up units a little bit more. Like, you could do one run with all the units you wanted, and then maybe do another run. Your units from the first run are already leveled up, so you're free to start leveling up other lower tier units like Boucheron and etc. Those types of dudes. Okay, Seal Defense 4. This actually, Seal Defense probably a little better on him. He does have a speed check on his weapon though, right? I think he needs to have 5 more speed. Yeah, he needs 5 more speed than physical damage enemies, and then he gets the wind sweep effect. So, pretty good. Alright, we'll definitely take his weapon. There's no way I'm using a different weapon than that. So, even if we're picking him up with the Forma, we can just go ahead and run Luna Arc here. Alright, the Miss NC fan says, alas, no to Kirby. Yeah, so Engage didn't get New Game Plus, sadly. Basically what Kirby Master was asking. Ari says, I only have Edelgard's route now. Yeah, same. The only route I played on 3 houses was Black Eagles. I did Crimson Flower. So I have a very limited view on what the actual story is for Fodlan. I know a lot of people are very opposed to Edelgard's route as well, because they see her as villainous. How she's trying to get rid of the church and like kill Dimitri and all that. Nils says, I got attack speed Hexblade pretty early. Alright, awesome. We do have a tome, or 2 tome units in here, so you would be able to get a lot of mileage out of that. I wasn't planning on using a Forma Soul on Alm, but he's a lot of fun. I might have to. But I'm free to play and I don't have a lot of souls. Yeah, same here. I get the feeling. I used my last Forma Soul on the Brave Marth, hoping that he gets a good refine. I'm pretty sure he will. I don't see why he wouldn't. And on paper, that Brave Marth, he looks really similar to the Fallen Byleth we just got. So I could totally imagine Brave Marth getting his refine and then ending up just being like a better version of Fallen Byleth, who I already think is really busted. So that would be pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and lower the volume here a little bit because I can't really tell. I don't think anyone commented if the volume was good on the music, so I am unsure completely whether or not we did a good job there. Okay, we got Flashing Blade 4, pretty solid, although I don't have any special yet. I think we're just going to take Lunar Flash 2 for now, and if I decide to change it later, we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, Eve Healer says Linus is fun. Yeah, I do agree. I think that Fallen Linus is a really good hero. Is he the best green Grail unit that we have? I think he might be. He's also in the running for, like, best Grail unit, period, I think. The only other Grail units I would put on his level are, like, Cornelia and, what's her face? Mommy. Dragon Mom. Can't remember her name at the moment. Alir's mama. Whatever her name was, I can't remember. She's a really good one, too. So, yeah, it sucks that they keep giving us good green units in the Grail shop. We need some more blue units and colorless unit representation in there, which they just refuse to do for us. Alright, Chiku says volume is fine, though it could be a bit lower. Okay, so we need to lower the volume. I'm going to go ahead and do that. my bad, guys, if I was blowing anybody's eardrums out earlier. It's something weird about the music we're playing here. I don't know why. Like, I couldn't balance it right. Like, for some reason, my voice coming in and then the audio coming in for the music was, like, really weird. Oh, Kagero with her effective against infantry damage there. Almost got the better of us. Actually, are we in trouble here? Oh, hold on. Are we in danger of actually losing this? Let's see. No, we're not. Okay, I have an idea. We're just going to have to, like, meat shield here. What would be the best way to do it, though? Okay, we probably want to get rid of Roderick because he does more damage. I should probably be leveling up some of these other guys here so we don't run into issues like this, right? But I want to make sure, for sure, that I get good stuff on Ulm. Raimi says, I never finished Black Eagles or Silver Snow. Doing the monastery stuff over and over, every playthrough is draining. Yeah, I agree. That's like the biggest complaint with Three Houses. It's just too tedious to play all the routes that you have to. Alright, we might as well get some KOs here with Pala. Let's just get some level ups on other people, so we don't end up just relying too much on Ulm. Alright, Kirby Master says, what if we get a Final Fantasy and Fire Emblem crossover game? Well, we did get one with Persona, right? So, could be possible. Although, I'm not too sure how thrilled I would be for that, because I'm not really a big Final Fantasy fan. I never really jumped on that train like a lot of others. So, it wouldn't be the biggest deal for me. What do we want? Do we want life and death? I would really prefer not to tank his defenses any more than necessary. I might just go with speed and defense bond, to be honest. Or we could just take the merge, I guess. Yeah, let's go for that. Get a couple more stats out of him. Dance Demon says Lumera. Yeah, that's the name I was thinking of earlier. Alir's mommy. Toothpaste Chan. Alright, Nils says, I just remembered that we got the Fallen Ike Holoforms revival soon, too. Oh, yeah, that's true, isn't it? Are we getting refines for those units, though? That'd be something. A lot of those Fallen Heroes are on pace to be ridiculous with refines, because I feel like Julia still has her B skill, which is good, light and dark. And her weapon isn't, like, too off. Well, by today's standards, it's not so great. But at the time, she was really good. And then we have, like, Ike could just end up being another legendary Marth where he's just a giant stat ball and he's a god. So, refines for Fallen Ike and his crew with the other Fallen heroes, and then we get the Holoforms revival for him could be interesting. Joshua Bitar, what's up, man? Hope you do amazing in this run, Tacho. Well, I'm trying my best here. We're trying to get Ulm decked out as best as I can. Yu-Gi-Oh! This is my second favorite Hall of Forms, next to the insane Three Houses Hall of Forms we got months ago. Yeah, oh. I guess perhaps I was a little quick to call this guy the best form of Soul. We did get Brave Edelgard and Brave Dimitri, right? So those two are probably a little better than this Alm. But Alm is still good. No denying that. Wisdom says fallen heroes from Book 4 are still workable. Which one was Book 4? Was that Fallen Ike? Probably had to be, right? Yeah, because the first Fallen Heroes banner was Grima and Harden and... Can't even remember who the other one was. Then we had the one with Fallen Celica. That was the second Fallen Heroes banner. Then we had Fallen Berkut and Fallen Tiki and Fallen Corrin Female. And then the one after that was the one with Ike. So yeah, Book 4, Fallen Heroes banner was the one with Fallen Ike. Ari says, I somehow have the dedication to do Silver Snow and Crimson Flower route after I take a mental break from the game. I don't know if I'm ever going back to 3 houses either. That's the problem. Because there's so many good Switch games now. I just don't really feel a need to. Okay, bonus Stubbler, interesting, but we have no way to get buffs right now. Cross Spur Attack is okay, but that's not really helping Alm himself. I guess we'll just go for the merge again here. Just get more stats. Snow Angel says Legendary Alm can handle both Brave Edelgard and Dimitri. Well, he probably could, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of... like, if I was making a tier list, where would I put those units in the grand scheme of the game compared to Alm? I would probably have them a little bit higher. So, like, Brave Edelgard and Brave Dimitri, I would probably rank them higher on a tier list than Alm. Although, not by that much. Chiku says, Ike, Leon, Julia, and I forgot the last one. It was Ike, Leon, Julia, and, yeah, actually, oh, it was Fallen Corrin, right? Yeah, Fallen Male Corrin. And then I can't remember, I think our Grand Hero battle for that round was Ashnard as well. Really hype Grand Hero battle. Ashnard is my favorite boss in Fire Emblem. So it's pretty good to get him there. He's coming up on a refine too, eventually. Ashnard is going to look really good with a refine. Shroom Guy, what's up, man? How's it going? Wisdom says, honestly, it was the hype for 3 houses that carried me to beat all the routes. Yeah, I guess a lot of people bought into the hype of 3 houses. Empty Channel says, Tacho, my main man, how is your Travant plus 10 project going? Again, asking me about that plus 10 Travant. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm going to plus 10 Travant. I just have this inkling of a feeling that maybe he's not the greatest. His art is really good, though. I'll give him that much. I've always liked Travant's art in this game. They made him look like an 80s rock star. Oh, attack speed finish. There we go. That is the sauce. That's exactly what we want. Alright, so we're missing... What do we want for the C skill? Probably Times Pulse 4. For the B skill, we can definitely do better. I'll probably give him Harsh Command for his assist, and that would be pretty much it. Alright, Texas Gaming says Ashnard's refine is due December or January. Oh, is that how it goes? Are they going in order? I haven't really been paying attention to that, to tell you the truth. So I guess we're probably waiting a little while on Ashnard then. Wisdom says, you want Finish or Hexblade for Alm? Either one is fine. I think both of them are going to work pretty good. I'll probably go for Finish, although... again, there's no reason not to go for Hexblade if you get it. It's just whichever one you prefer. You probably get a little more damage out of Hexblade, but then Finish is a little bit less restrictive because you don't need to be next to a tome unit or within 2 spaces of one. Snow Angel says, give Pala and Delthea their perfs. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's try to build these guys up. Let's get them ready. Pala's at level 12 here. We're already fighting dudes that are level 18. Let's try to get some level ups on these other guys. Alright, that's a little too much damage there. Wow, Pala unable to, like, just get a one-turn kill here. And we got the tier 1 god himself, Laszlo, over there. Sochan. Wait, what? Suchan. Amatya. I totally butchered that. Sorry. Who did you choose for the last Hall of Forms? I took Brave Marth. Feel like Brave Marth is probably going to end up looking really good. So I didn't see a reason not to get him. I think they're a little hasty with the Brave refines, honestly. Because a lot of the Brave units don't really need refines at this point, because the units from Brave 5 can still hold their own. They may not be gods, but, like, Gatekeeper is still really good. And then there's also Brave Erica, she's workable. You can get away with her. She's not as crazy as she used to be, but she's still certainly a solid unit. Hey, Sis is in the house. What's up, Wylia? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Wylia is stealing my classic intro there. Jim Nut. If only Guard Bearing 4 was available this Hall of Forms, Pala would have been cracked alongside Guidance 4. I mean, she's still a pretty good choice in here. It's not really like you can go wrong either way. Okay, we got Fury there. I don't know if I want to take Fury, actually. I guess we'll just go for the merge for the time being. Yeah, let's just go for the merge. Tier 1 god Laszlo. I'm dead. Dan Steven, yeah. Haven't you heard, Dan Steven? All you gotta do with Laszlo is give him godlike reflexes, and with his legendary super boon on speed, he can just, like, tear ass. Laszlo is not one to mess with. You could also give him 20 dragon flowers, bro. 20 flowers. Think about that. That's, what is that, like +4 to all stats? That's like having Laszlo at +20. Legendary Alm can't get to +20. There's no reason why Alm should be tier 1 instead of Laszlo. Taco says, attack and speed 4 or attack speed Hexblade. It's like either or, they're both good. I think I said this earlier, but I think Hexblade probably does more damage, but then it's a little bit more restrictive than Finish, where you only need to be in 3 spaces of an ally with Finish. Whereas Hexblade, you got to be in 2 spaces of specifically a magic unit. So if your team comp doesn't have a mage on it, which, I mean, there's plenty of good mages, but just in case you don't want to be as heavily restricted, you're free to just go ahead and use Finish. The Last Gremlin says, hi, Tasho. I think I've seen a few people giving Alm attack speed Unity, since Robin is also an Earth Legend, but I totally understand using Hexblade. We'll probably snag Oath 4 instead, though. Yeah, Oath 4 is pretty good, too, if you want to go for that. Attack and speed Oath 4. I think Time's Pulse is what I want to go for. But we'll see. Whatever shows up, this is what we're going to end up taking here. Temujin says, it's worth filling up all your skill slots. ASAP, by the way, removes the skill you take from the pool. Oh, yeah, actually, that's a good point. That's a better point than just grabbing all these merges. Okay, Speed Smoke 4, I guess we'll go for that. Not really what we want here, but we'll just take it for now. Wisdom says, what's funny about Laszlo is that his speed super boon at max merge is still less than an unmerged male Shez at base. Yeah, but Wisdom, can Shez get 20 Dragon Flowers? I didn't think so. There's a reason why Laszlo is tier 1, man. Don't be fooled that Game Press stopped doing their tier list. They realized that they had Laszlo in tier 1 and no unit ever released afterwards was going to top that. So they might as well just end the tier lists right there. Just end on the highest note possible. Super Factorial says, thoughts on Speed Preempt Alm. It's really good. Might even be his go-to B skill. Yeah, because then you get the Vantage, you get the Lunar Flash 2 with the DR cut. And then with Times Pulse 4, you could just, like, loop it over and over again. So that does seem like a good idea. He doesn't have -1 special trigger, though, which kind of sucks. Yeah, but I would say Preempt is really good on him. Special Spiral 4, well, if you're going to run a different special than Lunar Flash 2, then maybe Special Spiral 4 can work as well. Is Seal Speed 4 actually really good on this guy? I'd probably go for Seal Defense instead, but interesting. There's probably some more B slot options. I'd have to really take a look at them. Wisdom says, I have sinned against our Lord and Savior, Lasgod. Yeah, y'all don't know how good Laszlo is. Laszlo schmoozing the tier list just like the ladies. Shadow Demon said, by the way, looking forward to tomorrow morning's next Resplendent Hero, the next Legendary Hero next week, and I'm super excited that the first 3 Super Mario Advance games are coming to Switch Online. Oh, is that true? Super Mario Advance, which ones are those the ones on Game Boy Advance, like the, whatchamacallits, like the remakes of the OG Super Nintendo games? Because I do remember having one of the Super Mario Advance games on GBA, and it was basically just Super Mario World for Game Boy Advance. Yeah, but I'm a huge fan of Super Mario World. I feel like that's still the best Mario game. I wasn't a big fan of Mario 64, but I've told this story many times. I don't want people to get mad at me, but I was never really an N64 guy. So all the big N64 games just fell flat for me. I wasn't a fan of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, or what was the other one? Majora's Mask. I wasn't really a big fan of those. Wasn't really a big fan of Mario 64 either. But PlayStation 1, that's where things were happening, man. PlayStation 1 had freaking Symphony of the Night. We had Crash Bandicoot. We had Spyro. Alright, also PS2 or PS1 had a lot of JRPGs too at the time. It was basically like a JRPG console. You had Chrono Trigger, you had whatchamacallit, Final Fantasy was on there. They had Xenogears. There was a lot of like tactical games, RPGs, JRPGs. PS1 was a game changer. Alright, Joshua says, since there's a speed check in his weapon, I think Seal Speed is actually an amazing option for him. It's not awful. Actually, LOL's speed and defense probably be a little better. Believe it or not, yeah, because a lot of people are running Elliewood with his bonus doubler shenanigans, so you may run into Brave or... Not Brave, whatchamacallit, Legendary Elliewood or Baby Elliewood in Summoner Duels, and if they're just smiting a super tank in your face, you want to have some way to turn off their buffs. So LOL skills are still really good. Wylia says, are seal skills good in general? Yeah, the seal level 4s are pretty good. They have some crazy stat swings on them. Like, if you look at this, potentially, you can do speed minus 11 on the enemy. I think that's the maximum debuff you can get. Like, with all of these level 4 seal skills, you can get a minus 11 debuff on the enemies if the conditions are right. So, that's just really good. That's the highest stat swing you can get out of any B skill, I think. So... they're pretty good, but it's only stats with these. They do inflict guard, but not everyone cares about that. Like, Alm, for example, doesn't really care about guard. So, not really the biggest deal for him. It's mainly just the stats. And considering, like, how high enemies can buff themselves nowadays, I would say it's probably a better idea to go with, like, lulls or something. Okay, we did get Ruptured Sky there. Rally up defense, we have infantry speed tactic. Don't really want that. I'll go for merges here. Alright, we got Andres, FGP, saying, let's play a drinking game. Take a drink every time you hear or see the word future. Okay, definitely don't want to do that. I don't condone drinking games. I once played a drinking... There's like a whole bunch of drinking games you can play. And they recommend you substitute alcohol for like water or juice or something. I remember I was playing... There was this like AVGN drinking game. If you guys have ever watched AVGN, Angry Video Game Nerd... old school YouTuber, like way back in the day. He was like the quintessential gaming YouTuber, I want to say, back in the day. So they had a drinking game for him. Basically, he just rips on shitty games. He plays them, and then he'll like curse and like drop profanity and just make it funny. So they had a drinking game about his videos where it's like every time he curses, take a sip. And I remember I tried it with, like, juice. I must have finished a whole container of orange juice just doing that one drinking game on one of his episodes. So, like, I don't condone drinking games for that. You're going to get a crazy sugar rush. Wylia says, my God, you're old. Look at you talking, sis. I'm only a year older than you. I'm not that old. I mean, I'm old, but I'm not that old. You want to know how I know I'm old, guys? The weather's getting really nice, right? So I like to go jogging when it's... When the weather's good, I like to jog in the morning. So I went out for a jog the other day. And I came back and my hamstrings were like so tight. That's never happened to me before, where... I used to jog every morning when I was younger, and I'd just be perfectly fine. I'd come home, I'd be fine. I would, like, do whatever else I had to do in the day. I would then later go to the park and play basketball for, like, 2 hours. And I would just come home. It's like I had unlimited energy. And nowadays, I jog for, like... I think I jogged for, like, an hour, and then I came home, and, my legs were all tight, and... I guess maybe that's just, like, a flexibility issue. Because I didn't stretch before I jogged. Usually I do, but I came back and, like, my muscles were all tight and I was all sweaty. I was, like, out of breath. It's just not a very good day. Wiley, I'm young and hot. Alright, yeah. Wiley is the queen of Fae, right? Real talk, Wiley is the queen of Fae. She's probably my favorite female Fae player, besides maybe like Glitter. I like Glitter a little more. Because Glitter is Glitter is so positive. It's rare to play Fae or like watch a Fae tuber, and they're just like so positive about the game, so happy to do summons all the time. That's very rare. You don't see that. So I really appreciate Glitter for that. But Wiley is like really in the thick of things like the rest of us. She's playing AR, she's playing like Seer's Snare and like all the modes, all the competitive stuff. And you could just see like the rage in her voice. And like the defeat in her after like doing an arena run. And then she can't get a kill with the bonus unit or something like that. That's real. We all know what that's like. Last Gremlin says, "You're making me feel old. I remember him and his not-so-clone Irate Gamer." Well, okay, I do remember Irate Gamer. There were a lot of AVGN clones, though. And I mean a lot. Like, we're talking, he might have been the most popular YouTuber in gaming history. Because he did it at a time where YouTube was still a brand new thing. So, like, YouTube... When did YouTube really start picking up? I want to say in, like, 2006. Around there, like, 2006 was when YouTube started getting really big. And AVGN was, like, the #1 gaming channel at the time. He was pushing 1 million... Like, his videos have, like, over 7 million views on some of those early ones. At a time like that, in, like, 2006, that's nuts. Wisdom, Tacho and Wiley are taking shots at each other tonight. Wiley says, "I thrive off negativity." Yeah. I mean, that's why we love you, Wiley. It's impossible to play Fae without being negative about something. And Wiley just feeds off of that. And it's very palatable, her energy, when we watch her videos. Alright, Joshua says, because you can tell stories from 25 years ago. Yeah. I have a pretty interesting memory where I remember the most random things from very long ago. Like, I remember things when I was 2 years old. Which is nuts, right? Like, why would you remember something like that? But it's also very selective memory, too. Because I remember these old things, and then I can't remember what I had for breakfast last week. So more recent things I don't remember, but then random old things from a long time ago I just randomly remember. I don't know how that works, but the inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. If there was ever a way to put it. Alright, Joshua, or Chiku says, Wiley and Glitter are yin and yang. Yeah, I would say so. Wiley is like the negative mama. And then Glitter is the positive mama. So you gotta have both. You can't have one without the other. Entree says, I can't even remember what happened yesterday. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it do be like that. But it's like the randomness of the things that I remember are what really strikes me as odd. Because I have no idea why I remember some of the things that I do. And then, like, important things that I should be able to remember, I just can't remember. I don't understand why that is, but that's just how my brain works. Wisdom says, I'm the same way with my memory. Funky Bunny says, same here. Maybe everyone is like that. Maybe we just all remember the most random things and then completely forget, like, important stuff that we're supposed to remember. I don't know. The human brain works in such a interesting way. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, attack speed menace. That's probably better for us than speed smoke. So I guess I'll go... Well, actually, is it? Because we are getting DR from speed smoke. So in this mode, at the very least, I would say that's probably more helpful for us. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to hold on to speed smoke for a bit. Wisdom says a Wylia and Glitter collab would be so blurst. What is blurst? Like blessed and cursed at the same time? You guys don't know the meaning of cursed. Go watch Wylia summoning to get a +10 Julia. The Julia Apocalypse. That was cursed. If you want to see cursed. Funky Bunny says, my memory is trash and yet I have the best memory in my household. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Okay, here's a little bit of an aside. Have you guys been following AI lately? I have this really big fascination with AI. Because I watch chess, like competitive chess. So you watch these human players playing chess, and their moves, you can kind of see the logic in a lot of their moves. And then the AI is so much better than humans at playing chess, because they can calculate so far ahead and like so many turns ahead. But a lot of the moves that the AI make, it's really hard for us to quantify like what it's thinking. So, I mean, I'm very fascinated with where AI is going. I feel like AI, like, if we could ever figure out how AI thinks, which would be weird because it doesn't think like us. But if we could figure out, like, how does it come to these conclusions, or like, why is it doing this and this? They have these AI art programs right now where the AI will draw human beings, and then it draws really good pictures, but like these odd things it'll just mess up. So like the hands, it's really bad at drawing hands. It doesn't understand that human beings have 5 fingers for some reason. So sometimes it'll draw like 4 fingers or 3 fingers. And the feet are really bad looking too, but then the body and like the face is so good. I don't really know how to describe it. It's like saying AI is like a baby with a genius intellect, if that makes any sense. It's like a super smart baby that doesn't really understand how the world works, but it has like an IQ of 500. Okay, what do we got here? Speed and res finish, miracle. Okay, I don't really want any of this. Cancel control, that's funny. Let's just go for the merge, I guess. Suchan says, iRobot warned us about AI. Yeah, there's a lot of movies about AI, too. I don't know, man. You guys think AI is going to turn into Skynet, where all of a sudden the AI is trying to take over the world? I don't know if that's going to happen, but it certainly would be interesting. I know Elon Musk is very scared of AI, like trying to take over the world. Meanwhile, Elon Musk is one of the leading people in funding AI research, right? So, like, that's the pot call in the kettle black. Gabriel says, I really want Pala from this Hall of Forms, but I only have 1 Forma Soul. Well, you can get Pala. I mean, there's no shame in taking Pala in here. Pala's really good. It's just that the main focus is on Alm right now, because there's a little more value to getting merges on Alm. He is a legendary hero, of course, and his remix still holds up really well. Okay, what do we want to do here? Let's probably get rid of Corrin, because she does res damage. And Alm's got better defense than res, so let's just go ahead and get rid of her. Oh, I guess we could get an attack off on this guy, too. I'm pretty sure Alm just one-shots him, but we'll just attack anyway. Why not? Ryuga Toshio says, would you work with AI development? You know, I have a couple of AI programs on my computer. Like, I downloaded a couple to, like, mess around with them and see if they can, like, really impress me. But, okay, first of all, they just eat your GPU. It's crazy how insane your computer specs have to be just to run the most basic AI right now. So, it's not very consumer-friendly at all. And then there was this text-to-speech thing that I had. I wanted to do a video with, like, AI voice text-to-speech. I was going to insert, like, I don't know, like, Surtur's voice on a video and have him, like, voice a data mine video for me and see, like, what people's reactions would be. But it's really difficult to even generate a sentence in AI with the correct voice and all that. And even when you do it, it doesn't sound that great. It's not convincing enough. So, for the moment, it's probably still out of reach for me. I also wanted to use it to make thumbnails. Like, I got an AI art program to, like, try to make some YouTube thumbnails. But that didn't really work out too well either. Again, it just eats your GPU. It takes up, like, I don't know, you need, like, 16 gigs of VRAM or something to even be able to run AI decently enough. So, that ship is still a little far off. I guess we'll go for the merge here. Yeah, we're not really seeing too many good skills anymore. We got lucky early on, but now it's starting to get rough out here. Alright, Grape Juice says, what's better on Alm? Seal Speed 4 or Speed Preempt? I would say Speed Preempt, but Seal Speed isn't terrible on him. I think Seal Defense is probably a little bit better. Just give you some more damage, but it's all, like, subjective, I would say. Because a lot of these skills are still really good, no matter how you slice it. It just comes down to what you would rather have equipped on him. I still think Lull's Speed and Defense is probably good. Alright, what do we want to do here? Can Nino one-shot Alm? Like, if I put him over here, is Nino going to kill him? I don't think she can. Well, even if she can, I guess we have the Fate Pass to reset, but let's see here. That's really the only weakness to this guy, is that his tankiness could use a bit to be desired there. But let's see. Okay, we do have the DR from Speed Smoke, so that helps. Alright, there we go. Yeah, maybe Speed Smoke isn't too bad on him, but because, like, really the one thing I wish this guy had was a little bit better tankiness. And Speed Smoke does let us do that. But I don't know. I'd rather just go all offense on him anyway. Temujin says, AI can play millions of games of chess against itself in no time at all. It's impossible to keep up. Yeah, so, okay, so when I was playing competitive Pokemon back in the day, I was really good. Like, it wouldn't be a stretch to say I was, like, probably, like, top 5 in the world back in the day. And I would attribute all of that to experience, because I'd been playing for so long. I played so many games. When Shoddy Battle came out, I was personally invited to playtest the first server for Shoddy Battle. So I played that. I had played Net Battle in Gen 3. I played Pokemon Online. I played Pokemon Showdown. I could be like this huge history collector on like old school Pokemon battle sims, right? So I played many games competitively back in the day, and all of that stuff, like the power of experience can't be stressed enough when it comes to these games. And AI just out-experiences us because it can play millions and millions of games in only a couple of hours, whereas a human being can realistically only play like, I don't know what, maybe 10,000 games in a lifetime, or probably like 100,000. I don't even know if 100,000 is enough. In a lifetime, how many games of chess could a human being play? Probably that number is below like 100,000, I would say. So when it comes to experience, the CPU is just way ahead of us. Temujin says, I like preempt. I think it is an actual niche over lull speed or water sweep that seal speed doesn't. Yeah, preempt is pretty good on him. For a lot of the reasons that I like it on Byleth too, like the infantry, the fallen Byleth that we just got that has preempt built in, and then she has divine pulse. That's such a busted combo. I can't believe they made that Byleth so broken. But anytime you have preempt and then you have like DR nullification, that's really making it difficult to initiate combat on something. Leo says, maybe Remote Sparrow can help with tankiness. I guess that's an option, but see, Remote Sparrow is player phase only. So, like, if you do want to run preempt on him, then you want him to have enemy phase speed and attack as well. So that's where, like, Hexblade comes in and attack speed finish and things like that. Also, Chiku, yes. Remote is kind of pointless because he has the sweep effect. The only time you really want the damage reduction on this guy is for the enemy phase, so he can like just tank getting one-shotted by something. He should have enough speed to avoid getting hit twice. And then if he can successfully tank one hit, then the enemy's in a lot of trouble there. Waterblade Knight says, Pokemon Showdown is an unbalanced mess. Yeah, well, that's mainly the faults of the game, though. That's... The battle sim itself is pretty good, but the Pokemon competitive meta has really fallen on some hard times. It's just a complete free-for-all nowadays. Back when I played, it was so skill-based. It was crazy. There's a reason why I'm very proud of how far I was able to go in that game. But, like, nowadays, I don't even want to play anymore. It's just... I would say the peak meta was, like, Gen 5, when they introduced the team preview. And, like, Gen 4 OU, Gen 3 OU. The early gens, when there was a very small amount of Pokemon. It's not like today. So, like, maybe 500 Pokemon in total. And nowadays, that number is, like, what, over 1,000 or something? And they tried to balance it a little bit. They made the regional Pokédex thing where you can't get everything in the same game anymore, so it's like fake balance almost, where they're trying to balance the game, but they can't really do it themselves. So they just limit what you can use. But I don't know, man. All the gimmicks now, like Dynamaxing, that was dumb. Like, okay, sure, let's just get double HP for no reason. That's real fair. Or like the Terra types now. Okay, so they brought back hidden power, essentially. That's what Terra types are. When earlier they thought it was too good, so they banned it. I have no idea what they're thinking. Their thought process is very questionable. to say the least. All right, Dan Stevens says, preempt is kind of meh, though, because his special won't be charged. Sometimes it's at 1 CD. Oh, yeah, that is true, isn't it? Even with Times Pulse 4, he's not always going to have it ready. And then also, he doesn't have close counter. So, like, melee units could still get the leg up on him, even if he does have preempt. So, that's pretty much why the Fallen Byleth is really dumb. Because she just does everything. She has distant counter. She has Lunar... I was going to say Lunar Flash. She has Divine Pulse. So she gets the DR built in. They can't nullify that DR with Deadeye and stuff. It counts as special base DR. She's got Preempt. She has Obstruct as well. Like, that Byleth is so dumb. Oh, we got Hexblade there. Let's see here. At the start of turn, if unit's in 2 spaces, you get the Hexblade status. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then if a bonus is active, which Hexblade counts as a bonus, you get attack and speed up 7. Is that better for him than Finish? Let's see. If you're in 3 spaces, you get attack and speed up 7. You get plus 5 damage with a special, and then you get 7 recovery. Wait a second. Is Hexblade actually better? I feel like Hexblade might be better on him. Yeah, because the adaptive damage is so huge on this guy, and then the status is kind of better. I don't know why I thought it was within 2 spaces of a mage you get Hexblade for combat, but it actually gives you the status effect Hexblade, which is a lot better. So you could still, like, at the start of the turn, you get the Hexblade status, and then you can move him away. And then on the next turn, like, he's still going to have Hexblade active for the turn that he has the status effect up. So that's probably better. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go ahead and take that. Instead of attack and speed finish. Resolute Mindset says Hexblade is better because it makes Alm unique. In quotation marks. Well, I don't know about unique, but there's a lot of units that have tons of defense and then low res. So, for example, Brave Hector. His res is a weak point. So, having adaptive damage is really good. Alright, hold on. I think we should probably bait somebody this turn. Let's just go ahead and put him right in harm's way there. Baking Soda says Hexblade is better. I agree. After reading both of them like that, yeah, I do think it is better. Chiku says, you have Delphia and Luthier for Hexblade support. Yeah, that's not a problem in here. I'm thinking more so like after Hall of Forms is over, when I'm going to be using this Alm, like where is he going to have Hexblade? And there are a sufficient enough amount of tome units where he should be fine. Gucci Master says, wanted to give Byleth attack speed solo DC to my plus 10 Lumera, but like the plus 0 Byleth is just better. Yeah, dude, that Byleth is cracked. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that unit. She's like the best. I want to say she's like the best infantry god sword 10 times over, is how it feels with her. Because what's even on the same level as her? That Byleth. There's very few god swords. It's like her and Lucia, and that's it. And then Lucia's only a god because she cheats. Lucia with her freaking nihil weapon. So dumb. It's really hard for units to compete now when the perf weapons are just getting so out of control. That's one of the reasons why I don't like to summon for fodder. It's because, like, okay, I'm going to summon for fodder to give to my older units. And then next thing you know, the new unit comes out and the same skill I just summoned for fodder ends up being part of the unit's weapon that comes out like the next week. And then they also have passive skills that are unique and like special skills that are unique. It's just impossible, man. This game is not very good at letting old units keep pace with the new units. Okay, we got attack and defense solo there. It's probably a better seal than the Brazen is. Yeah, I guess we'll go for that. Still haven't found Harsh Command for some reason. It's pretty rare. Andres, yeah. Laszlo, the one and only God Sword. How can I forget Laszlo? Yeah, Laszlo is far above Byleth. I mean, sure, Byleth has her Byleth has her brave attack. Not brave attack, her vantage attack, and then she has the DR and all that. But does she have a brave vantage attack? Does she have 20 dragon flowers? Didn't think so. Yeah, Lucia's up there, Temujin, I agree. It's basically just Lucia and Byleth right now. Those are the God Swords. And then everybody else. Until Marth gets his refine. I think Brave Marth could probably overtake them. Gucci says, does Alm need the heal from finish? He's a glass cannon and he can't heal if he dies to the first hit. Yeah, he doesn't really need the heal, honestly. The 5 true damage, though, is pretty good. And the 3 space range on finish is pretty good. But I feel like the adaptive damage is just better. Okay, finally we got Harsh Command. That's good. We got finish to return also. Interesting. Alright, let's go for Harsh Command here. I think he's basically done. I mean, this is a pretty good-looking Alm so far. There's not really much to change here. Instead of Seal Speed, we probably want a better B skill. There's plenty of options, so as we continue along, we'll find better stuff. But, like, the A skill is probably the best thing you can give him. Times Pulse 4 is probably the best. Is there a better C skill for this guy? I'm not too sure. He nullifies guard on his weapon, right? So, like, if you're not running speed preempt on him, you just player phasing with him. It's probably better to just go with Times Pulse, I think. So, yeah, that looks pretty good so far. I think we're probably done building him. Let's just go ahead and finish out the tower and see what else we can find. William Duh. Or no, wait. Hold on. I think I said that wrong. William Me Duh. Wrath of Cortex soundtrack. Nice, yeah. Wrath of Cortex goes kind of hard, honestly. It was the first PlayStation 2 game I ever played. And I still think it's a pretty fun game. I know a lot of people don't like it, but there was never a time where I thought Wrath of Cortex was a bad Crash game. So I gotta say, man, Wrath of Cortex, pretty good game for like a sequel to the Naughty Dog trilogy, at least. It wasn't until a long time later where we got another Crash game that was in the same style as the original 3. Temujin says, maybe another bow if you already have a Refined Alm and Ruptured Sky. I mean, I guess, but let's at least clear the tower first so we don't have to, like, run into any issues with this guy being nerfed. But the main thing about running a different weapon on him is, like, he's not going to be good anymore if you give him a different weapon. He really needs his remix to compete. But at the very least, it's a good remix, so that's fine by us. Last Gremlin says, Oath is mostly for speed insurance, I feel. Probably use on Alm. On defense with a cooldown pulsar. Oh. Okay, hold on. We just died to Nowie, I guess. Yeah, we don't have wind sweeps, so yeah, it's kind of a problem there. Is there a way for us to beat this Nowie? I don't think so. Like, even if I restart the turn, it's not like anyone can contribute here besides Alm. She's got a Scoochian also. Oh, that's adjacent foe. That's for melee. Yeah, wow. We just died to Nowie, okay. Alright, sure. Chiku says, Oath for the warp effect. Yeah, I mean, Oath is good on him too. What would be better, though? Like, is Oath better than Times Pulse 4? I mean, you're still getting the drive, speed, and attack from Oath, right? If you're in 2 spaces of an ally, I think you just get attack and speed up 3 on top of the blue buffs. And you get the warp, so that could be good too. Yeah, it's probably between Oath and Times Pulse for his C skill. All right, let me make sure we're not going to get jumped by some crazy dragon again before we hop back in. Grape Juice says, maybe just more stats lowered. Oh, I guess that was in response to All Might, who says, here's a thought. What would lull score 4 skills be like? Got hella tongue twisted there. What would lull 4 skills be like? I don't know, because they're still really good even today. There's not too many passive skills that really held up, like the level 3 passives. So, lull skills still being as good as they are, even to this day, I think, is just a testament to how good they were on release. So, level 4 lulls, that would be something. King Tomador says, Oath, it works better with Hexblade. I guess. Not particularly that much better. I mean, it's the same thing. You're still getting a bonus from the Hexblade status anyway. So it's not really necessary to have Oath 4, but I guess it helps a little bit maybe. Wisdom says, I think Times Pulse 4 is better for Alm. He needs to loop his special to be good. Yeah, that's my thinking as well. You really just want this guy to be spamming Lunar Flash every chance that he gets. And with the Wind Sweep and the Guard Nullify, he can pretty much just loop it over and over with Times Pulse. And then if you want him to jump, like Attack and Speed Oath 4, it lets him jump around, but I can imagine if I'm using this guy in Summoner Duels, I'll probably be using him with Brave Attack support. So like Catria and Cordelia, I'd probably have them on the team, so he'll be able to jump anyway. Or like if you need a really big jump with him, you could still have Guidance 4 on the team somewhere. So I feel like it's more important for him to be self-sufficient with Times Pulse than being able to like jump around or anything like that when your other allies can give him that type of support. Okay, we did get Oath 4 to show up there. Interesting. I think I'm going to hold on to Times Pulse, though. We're not getting any good beast skills, though, which kind of sucks. I would like some more B slot options than Seal Speed here. Actually, maybe Seal Speed is the meta. Right? Because these units now are getting so fast, and Alm isn't exactly a new release. So, for him to win speed checks and be able to get his Wind Sweep effect and all that, he probably does need to be faster than the average bear. So maybe Seal Speed is what we want. I don't know. Alright, All Might says, if Legendary Alm had built-in slaying, then Times Pulse 4 would easily be his best in slot. Yeah, that's his one weakness. He doesn't have slaying, but having Times Pulse 4 is essentially like just giving him slaying anyway. Willem says, or Wellem says, what B skill should I get for Pala? Okay, I don't think that Guard Bearing 4 is in there yet, so that's a good question. What would be the ideal B skill for that Pala? Huh. Yeah, I'm not really too sure. What was her is her res any good? I'll check her in a second. Okay, it looks like she's more defense than res. I was gonna say like maybe Pegasus Flight 4, but I guess not. She'd probably do a little better with Wyvern Flight 4 whenever we get that. Yeah, I actually don't know. I'm not too sure what B skill I would give to this Pala, because like melee flyers are not really in the best of spot when it comes to B skill right now. She has Kanto built into Lady Blades, so she doesn't really need to have a trace skill or anything. It's a little tricky to say what I would give her without Guard Bearing. Grape Juice says, I went with Oath since I only plan to use him for limited battles to jump around and run away. Yeah, oh, for sure, dude. The Shadows of Valentia limited fights are kind of tough because the roster is so limited. It's basically just Alm and Celica units that you have access to. So, yeah, in there, being able to jump would be pretty helpful. Although Catria is from Valentia, right? The bride Catria. So he does get to jump anyway as long as you have her. Okay, we don't want Sabotage. Oh, you know, wait. What was I going to say? I was going to say, like, you could run on Pala. The new skill that we got from Rearmed Crom, the new Snag 4s, but those aren't available yet. So that's a big RIP. That would have been the other option, I guess, for Pala, like a Snag 4. If not Guard Bearing 4, but that's not available. Kind of unfortunate for Pala. Like, we got all these really good B skills for these melee flyers now, but they're not available in this round of Hall of Forms. So it's just an RIP for her. Alright, this is going to be a little tricky here. We got a lot of units that Alm is going to have to be able to tank hits from here. Let's just hope we can pull it off. Yuri Brit says, PM1 has a guide already. You'll find at least a good north there. A good north. What does that mean? I've never heard that one before. A good north. Is that like a new slang that I'm not privy to because I'm an old man? Chiku says, I thought Bride Catria was Valencia. Yeah, she is. Catria is Valencia, and then Thea is Sword of Seals. So you are able to run Catria with this Alm in limited battles. Okay, what do we do here? Oh man, this actually kind of sucks. I have to just like pray that Nino doesn't attack Alm here. Alright, what we'll do, we'll go ahead and get rid of... I guess we'll get rid of Claire. And then we just pray that Nino doesn't attack Alm here. Let's just go ahead and body block there and right there. Alright, here we go. Okay, thankfully Nino didn't. Alright, so that's good at least. Crispy Gyoza says Guidance 4 is the way. Oh, not even a choice. If you're building a flying unit in here, you pretty much have to run Guidance 4. That's not even a question. Guidance 4 is... It's like Guidance 4 and Special Spiral 4 are beyond good for passive skills. They're just like a little too strong, I would say. Wisdom says, use the others as meat shields while you hurt Nino. Yeah, well, we did something like that. We were able to get it. Okay, we got Seal Attack 4, though. I think I would have rather have Seal Defense, but... I don't know. Maybe Seal Speed is the way. Alright, then we got Heavy Blade and Shield Session. Definitely don't want those, so let's keep going here. And we're almost to the top. We got 3 more fights to go. Baking Soda says north as in a compass. It's not new at all. Okay, well, I know the cardinal direction north, but what does that mean in slang, though? Like, what does it mean to say... Okay, so PM1's guide will lead you north. So is that, like, lead you in the right direction? Is that what they're trying to say there? I'm just like a Dumbo. Forgive me, guys. Slang is like new slang. I'm pretty familiar with old slang that I grew up with, but all you kids in your new slang, I don't know what you guys are talking about anymore. Dan Stevens says, you have to make a smart sack play. Okay, I guess that was regarding the previous fight we just did, which we ended up getting it. Yuri Blitz says, in my language means a good orientation, a good way to follow. Okay, so lead you north. That's what we're learning here. Learning with Tacho. So, leading you north is leading you in a good direction. Alright, I'm not too sure if I like the way this played out. We could easily lose this if... Like, let's say I get rid of Kana here, and then Ophelia decides to attack Alm instead of Luthier. We could be in pretty big trouble. Yeah, what do we do? What do we do? Hold on. Let's see what it looked like on the other turn here. Okay. So, I think Kana would probably kill Alm if she got an attack on him right now. So, maybe the move is to just wait a turn. Let's do something like this, I guess. So we can just make sure we keep Alm safe. Yeah, there we go. We can do this, right? Well, no. Ophelia is going to be able to reach him. That's not good. Huh. I still feel like this is better, though, than what we had last time. So we'll go for this. Alright, LH King Kong, I think. That's how you say that. When you are lost, usually try to make a compass to find north and know what to do. Okay. So, if you're lost, you use a compass. Well, we know that, but I didn't know people use that in slang like that. Okay. Grape Juice says, pass 4 when maybe includes something like Pathfinder where it ignores the space when you pass an opponent. Oh, dude, pass 4 and, like, obstruct 4 and things like that, they need to happen. Although we kind of got obstruct 4 already with, like, Gatekeeper's detailed report. That's kind of like obstruct 4, I guess. In a way. So, pass 4 would be interesting for sure. Chiku says, Spiral 4 is really only for looping, as his Lunar Flash already has the null DR. Yeah, that's true, but, I mean, still, the instant loop is still good. Because you can just start with Lunar Flash every time. What do we got here? Why are B skills so bad? What's the deal with these B skills that keep showing up here? We have had like 0 luck with the B skills. Alright, Chiku says, Pass 4 adding a reverse Pathfinder would be nuts, and all the Brave Selfs would use it. Yeah, dude, Pass 4 with Pathfinder would be... That sounds a little too much. You guys know how good Pathfinder is, right? I mean, Pathfinder is so good that it even makes that one skill really good. The Defense and Res Smoke. Like, personally, I didn't think that skill was all that great, but then you get Pathfinder after you attack. Pathfinder alone just, like, sells that one skill. Oh, I goofed up there. My bad, guys. I should have moved Delthea back 1 space so we could get attack and defense solo here. But it's probably not going to matter that much. Let's see. Yeah, it didn't really matter. Would have helped us, like, slightly, I guess. But whatever. Alright, Quentin says, I see. So that makes Time's Pulse a better choice, right? I do think Time's Pulse is better on this guy than Spiral 4. Because he already has the Nullified DR on Lunar Flash, so kind of just overkill to have Spiral 4. And then he still nullifies Guard, and he's got the Wind Sweep. So he should be fine. He doesn't really need it. Alright, Grape Juice says Bulwarks are pretty much Obstruct 4, yeah. Bulwarks and Detailed Report and like Fallen Violet's new weapon. All of that stuff just kind of replaced Obstruct for the most part. But we don't have Pass 4, so who knows what they're going to do with that. Okay, I guess nothing of value there either. Alright, our final fight. How does this look? We got the final boss herself, of course. Can't be a Hall of Forms without fighting this unit a million times. Man, what do we want to do this? They have a lot of flyers here. I'm kind of apprehensive about this map to fight all of these flyers on. But I guess we can try it. We have so many torches, we can just go for it, I guess. Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's just go for this for now. Let's see how they move. Okay, of course, Camilla has to be annoying with drawback. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of Shigure there. And I think we're good. I think we do win this. It's just a matter of... Huh. Actually. What do we don't want to do with Delphi? I guess we'll put her there. Alm is going to get hit, but... I don't think Priscilla hits him too hard. Yeah, we can take that for sure. Who am I? Says, I just wanted to flex. I got plus 10 Fallen Female Byleth with under 800 orbs. Well, my dude, you just won the game. That's it. You are the GOAT now. A plus 10 on that Byleth. That Byleth is so broken. Yeah, you pretty much beat the game, man. Hold on. After this, we'll take a quick look at AR. Let me show you guys how stupid that Byleth is. Man, I really would like to get rid of Camilla here, but then I feel like Est is just going to jump us. Hold on. Let's try it. We do have the Fate Pass to reset. All right, let's go ahead and do this, and then I guess pray that Est doesn't attack Alm here. All right, there we go. We're good. Last Gremlin says, "Who are you? You're a winner." That's who. Yeah. If you plus 10 that Byleth in 800 orbs too, man, that's really good. On a banner like this, bro, I went 800 orbs on the Ophelia banner for rearmed Ophelia, and guess how many copies of her I got? I got like 4, not counting the Spark. So in the same amount of orbs, you got a unit. You got 11 copies of a unit. That's pretty good, man. All right, Sorcery Blade. Yeah, that's rubbish. Guys, look how bad Sorcery Blade was before they made the update. At the start of combat, if unit is adjacent to a magic ally, then you get adaptive damage. Nothing else. Just adaptive damage. No stats. You need to be adjacent. Like, this was so bad, but it was such a good effect. Being able to get the adaptive damage. And then look at what they did here. This is so much better. Alright, anyways, there we go, guys. We are done with Hall of Forms. We have a pretty decked out Alm here. I'm pretty satisfied with this, honestly. If I have to pick this up with the Form of Soul, I would actually be pretty thrilled about it. Even though, going into this, Seal Speed wasn't my idea. But thinking about it now, I think it's actually not too bad on him. And it's not like Lull's speed and defense is difficult to come by. We have so many ways to get that in the, whatchamacallit shop. The, compile shop over here. We have a lot of units that have Lull skills in this place. Let's see here. Who's got Lull skills? I think this guy, yeah, right here. Lull speed and defense on Ninja Shinin. We also had some Lull skills from previous ones, like over here, there's Lull skills, I believe. Yeah, this guy's got Lull attack and defense. I'm not sure if there were any in here. Oh, Lull attack and speed on this guy. So yeah, Lull skills aren't particularly hard to get. All right, let's go ahead and take a look over here now. Let me show you guys how stupid this Byleth is. Right, so... Okay, we're doing pretty good on defense. Let's just take a quick look at what's going on defense here. I'm going to turn the animations off because I just want to like quickly show this. Okay, so my team is pretty classic. We have a Cav line here with double Emblem. I'm surprised people still have trouble with this, by the way. It's like, it's been broken how to defeat these teams already, but out of laziness, I haven't changed it. So I'm not too sure what this guy is trying to do here. He's got save Idun and then save Edelgard. I'm surprised he even took a save team here with double Emblems, but okay. Alright, Who Am I says I also got Fallen Crom to +5. Dude, that's so good, man. The rearmed heroes are such good units to get merges on. Because like I said before, I would never summon for skill fodder, but rearmed heroes is a completely different beast. Because you're getting the merges on them and you're getting the fodder. So it's like you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone there. So there's a lot of value with rearmed heroes. Okay, this guy, he's got Nerthu. I guess he's trying to do like maybe a Gale Force strat with Nerthu, but he doesn't even have Gale Force on her. Okay, I don't know what this guy is doing, but okay. Alright, sure. Okay, well... Yeah, I really don't know what this guy's doing. Hold on. Probably not a good example to use this fight. Let's take a look at the final one, see if there's any difference here. Interesting. Okay, so we have Legendary Father. You know this guy has it rough. When you gotta use Anna as your bonus unit, you know things are rough. Oh, this sucks. Yeah, this poor guy. He doesn't even have the fence, so he can't even get out of the way. Oh my god, this isn't cool. Like, this type of thing right here, this does not make me feel good. I have my try-hard, like, cav line defense against this poor dude with Anna as his bonus unit. I don't want to compete against these types of guys. I want to play against, like, the dudes with the plus 10s and the try-hard competitive players. I don't want to ruin this guy's day. All right, Zach Orletsky says, how do you have so many completed paths? I've just been playing for a long time and got a lot of toilet papers that way, I guess. Last gremlin pouring one out for the homie. Yeah, this poor guy. Okay, so this really wasn't what I was trying to showcase here. I wanted to see if, like, someone had a rough time doing my defense team. Now we're just going to completely wash it out with my offense that I've been running. So we have Fallen Byleth with Elliewood's support, so we can get bonus doubler, and that's basically it. There's nothing at all, nothing in the world can give us any trouble. Yeah, Veronica, whatever. Elise, whatever. Nobody cares. Just gonna beat their asses, basically. Alright, so what do we want to do? Also, she has obstruct, too, so they can't pass through these tiles. So, we're, like, completely safe, man. This Byleth. The fact that they gave her the obstruct effects is a little too much, I think. She really didn't need all of that. Alright, let's go ahead and break that. Let's just... I mean, I guess we can go for a dance here. Just get her out of the way. Alright, we just... Really what we want to do here, just make sure Byleth is the only one getting hit. And here we go. So, let's see how this goes. Alright, nice damage, Elise. Yeah, 20. Yeah, nice 20 damage there. And then she heals, too. Oh my god, man. What were they thinking with this unit? It's like, okay, let's give her Divine Pulse and Vantage. And then whatever little damage you manage to do, she's just going to heal it right off. This is so stupid. Jesus Christ, man. I'm speechless. Like, I don't know why they made this unit a thing. I totally feel like she's better than the Fallen Maria, too. I know a lot of people are either Team Byleth or Team Maria here, but I gotta give it up, bro. Like, this Byleth is something else. Alright, let's go ahead and repo... Actually, what do we want to do here? Air is kind of in a tricky spot. I guess we go here. Yeah, we'll go here, and then we'll have obstruct so they can't pass and attack air. And then we just got to make sure that we don't have the conditions required for Veronica to get her her fire sweep effect. So we want to make sure that, what is it again? We don't have 2 units, so if we go ahead and do this, right, we only have 1 unit. How many spaces is it? Alright, within 2 spaces. So we only have 1 ally in 2 spaces of Byleth, so we should be fine right here. Veronica's not going to get fire sweep. And we're just going to push her face in, basically. Alright, last Gremlin said, it's funny because I got the plus 10 whale in one of mine, but Nana is the bonus unit this season, so I lucked out. Yeah, check it out. Veronica, not even a threat, guys. Legendary Veronica just getting bopped. This unit is not okay, man. Oh my god. Yeah, just a cav line getting casually dominated here. We can have some more fun, too. Why don't we do a couple of, like, friend fights? Let's see what people are doing on the friends list. Because I'm just having way too much fun with this Byleth right now. Pairing her up with Ellie Wood is just sickening. All right, let's see. Who's doing good? Let's take a look. We'll do, like, 1 or 2 friend fights. And then we'll hop out of here. All right, what's going on? Let's see here. Okay, PM1. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, we have a Medeus line here. Medeus with oh, Tiggy. Interesting. Armored Flow Tiggy. Okay. All right, PM1. I see you. Then he's got the Catria support. Huh. What do we do? Okay, well, he's not really prepared. Is he prepared? Okay, he does have Hardy Bearing on Robin, but is Hardy Bearing enough to deal with Shez on this guy? I'm not too sure about that. Let's see. Let's give it a try. Let's see if we can do it. All right, PM1. What do you got for us, bro? I think I'm going to take it slow. I'm actually going to get rid of that trap, I feel like. Because I don't want to lose HP on Byleth here. Like, needlessly lose HP. Alright. He's going to get his jump from Catria. Alright, that's not a problem. Alright, how do I get her over there? Let's see here. I guess we could just wait for next turn. Yeah, we'll just wait until next turn. Not really a reason not to. Okay, then we have this going on there, so we'll just go like this. Okay, that wasn't a real trap, so we got scared off for no reason. Let's just repo him out of the way. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do this. Get these two out of the way, and then next turn we're just gonna throw Byleth up. Okay, he's got far... Right, Tiki has far save, so Medeus is completely vulnerable to us. Let's go ahead and dance right there. Okay, he does live. Interesting. Oh. Sneaky, sneaky. Deflect magic, huh? Or, not deflect. Deflect melee on Medeus, so... if you tried to brave attack him with, like... fire sweep units or something, it's not gonna work. Does he have rallies here? He has no rallies. Interesting. Yeah, you would at least want to run some kind of rally skill here if you're running a Catria ball. I don't want Robin to end up on the defense side. I feel like I just want to like leave Byleth right there. Hold on. There's got to be a better way to do this. I'm not, like, completely sold yet. I'm going to give it one more turn here. Ideally, I would want Peony right there. We got 3 turns to go, right? So, ideally, I would want this. So that we could have Peony right there and then put Byleth right there. Even, I mean, she has Obstruct, so it's like it doesn't really matter. But, you know, just in case. Alright, let's go ahead and just put her right there. We can... Where do we want this guy, actually? I guess right there is fine. Yeah, sure, whatever. Alright, here we go. Let's see. What do you got, PM1? Alright, Yune. That's not going to work. Oh, actually, interesting. Okay, Yune actually hanging in there. Okay, we don't have Divine Pulse for this hit, so that worked out kind of okay for him. All right, this time it's Medeus. All right, we just one-shot. I wasn't expecting to one-shot him there. I'll be honest about that much. Wow. Yeah, dude, this Byleth is just dumb. This is at +0, by the way. No merges at all on this Byleth. Imagine having her at +10, bro. Like, what are you doing at that point? This is so stupid. This is a strategy game we're playing, guys. This is a strategy game. Sure used a lot of strategy here, didn't I? Alright, game, we basically win. I mean, this is over. We can do whatever we want at this point. Shiku says, probably not since other God Swords is still there. The Miss NC fan says, how long after Fallen Byleth goes into the normal pool do you think it'll be before she gets banned from PvE? They don't really ban anybody. I feel like they probably should. There should be a ban list at this point. Because some of these units are just dumb. But, you know, they can't really ban things in a gacha game. Because then people won't want to spend money on the banned units. As long as people spend money, that's all they care about. Also, we could try to get the pots, but I mean, that wasn't really the goal here. The goal wasn't to get pots, just to show how stupid Byleth is. Actually, can we kill Tiki? Tiki's going to be on the defense side. Can't we kill Tiki? We have like one turn. That's mostly due to me just taking like a million turns here for no reason, but I mean, we can try to get some pots here. There's not really a reason to, but I mean, here we go. Let's just find out, right? Let's see. All right, it's not easy to beat Tiki on the defense tile, but my God, man, we already proved what I set out to prove. So I don't really care. Oh, wow. Eliwood is pretty good too, 80. Yeah, wow. Oh my God. Yeah, dude, this team. I didn't want to get the Fate Pass, guys, but remember, the Fate Pass that I have, I got for this baby Eliwood, and of course it was a good idea. You can bless Eliwood, so you're free to run him in any AR season alongside units like this. Let's just call it a stream there. If even PM1 can't do anything about Byleth, I think we have a problem, right? Okay, we got Zishadow in the house, but Zishadow, my man, you showed up at the ass end of the stream. We're about to call it quits here. So, guys, hope you enjoyed building Legendary Alm with me live on camera. Let's quickly take a look at it one more time, and then that little tangent we went on about how busted Byleth is. So, yeah, guys, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me tonight. We had some pretty fun times there. So, this is your boy Tacho signing out. Take care, fellas. Good luck if you're building Alm on Hall of Forms, or if you're building Pala or whoever. Maybe you're building Delthea, or maybe you're even building Luthier. And whoever you're building, hopefully you have a good luck of it and manage to get the good skills on them. And if you're summoning on the banner, then good luck to those of you summoning on whichever banner we have going on right now. So thanks again, guys, for stopping by, and I will see you guys again when we get... When will it be? I guess when we get the Legendary trailer, which should be in a couple of days. So take care until then.